Hi, welcome or welcome back to Books and Bocadillos. I just filmed my weekend review, so it just feels like the conversation is continuing here. This is a delusional December TBR. This video is dedicated to my friend Ellen at Ellen Made Book Club because she did this video and I commented on her video about how I talked myself out of doing this weeks ago and then decided, inspired by Ellen's video, which I think everybody should watch, I thought, you know what, it's a lot of fun. Let me just do this delusional TBR that is probably not going to happen, but I'm putting it out there because why not? Why not have a delusional TBR for the month of December? So this is my version of the video. It's not a tag, but I think it's kind of like a tag. It's the 10 books you hope to finish before the end of the year. So keyword is finish. 4 books on my list of books to finish, before the end, are books I started and had not finished, so I really want to finish them. The first one is Beowulf, a new translation by Dhavana Headley. I started this book last fall. I didn't finish even just getting to the introduction. This is the reason why is because it is captivating. All of my pages look like this. They're highlighted, they're annotated. It felt like every paragraph had something that was really thought-provoking. And so I just kept underlining things, annotating everything. So at that pace, it was just going to take me too long. And I ended up putting it aside because I needed to finish other things. But now I'm like, okay, I really want to get back to it. I want to read it. I'm almost done with the intro and I want to get on with the poem. So, Beowulf. I would love, love, love to finish this year. Let me keep going with the books that I started last year that I haven't finished. The Hacienda by Isabel Canas. I started this last year, have not finished it. I am chapter 6. So I really want to finish this. I liked it. I started it, I liked it. I didn't get to finish. I don't remember why. Maybe just other things came up and I put it aside. Vampires of the Norte came out since, and I purchased it because I wanted to read that one too, but I really want to finish the Hacienda before I start Vampires of the Norte, which I've heard a lot of mixed things about Vampires of the Norte, mostly that it's not necessarily horror, like it's more of a romance. But regardless, before I can even go there, I need to finish this. So, I would love to finish this book before the end of the year. And then third book, and this is a book that I also started last year, did not finish, is The Girl Who Fell Beneath Fairyland and Led the Revels There by Catherynne and Valente. And this is book 2 in the Fairyland series. I loved book 1 in the Fairyland series, and I loved it so much, I ended up getting the whole collection of Fairyland books. And I want to read through them. I love a good series, and I love book 1 so much. I also am enjoying book 2. It's so cute. I'm on chapter 3. So I have a ways to go to finish this one. But I love these books. I hope I love this one just as much as I loved book 1. Something tells me though that book 1 is kind of special, and maybe none of the other books are going to compare. but I still really want to love the series so much. So I'm all in, and I want to finish this. And then I started this play earlier in the year, and I didn't finish it. A Streetcar Named Desire by Tennessee Williams. I picked up this book at a little library, free little library in my hometown, and I was really excited to find this at the free little library, and I really want to finish it. With the play, I think I started it. I don't even remember where I was, but I'm probably gonna just start over on it, and give it another go. What I read, I liked. I think it's also one of those things where I started it, and then maybe there were other things happening, and I put it aside and forgot to come back to it. Okay, the next set of books. So that's 4. So the fifth, 6th, and 7th books are books that have been on my shelf for some time, and I really want to read them, and I don't know why I haven't read them yet. So I'll go with the oldest one. The oldest book in all of these, the oldest one that's been on my shelf the longest is Beasts of Extraordinary Circumstance, a novel by Ruth, Emmie, Lang. This is a Book of the Month book. When I had Book of the Month, I no longer am a subscriber to Book of the Month. So this was from October of 2017. This is how long it's been on my bookshelves. I've been meaning to read it. I haven't read it yet. It sounds really, really good. I'll read a little bit of this one. I felt like I didn't read much of the other ones because I kind of thought maybe people already knew about them, but in case you haven't heard of Beasts of Extraordinary Circumstance, the inside flap says, orphaned, raised by wolves, and the proud owner of a horned pig named Merlin. Oh my gosh, I love that already. Waylon Gray knew he wasn't like other people, but when he single-handedly stopped that tornado on a stormy Christmas day in Oklahoma, he realized just how different he actually was. That tornado was the first of many strange events that seemed to follow Waylon from town to town, although he doesn't like to take credit. As amazing as these powers may appear, they tend to manifest themselves at inopportune times and places. I'm going to stop there because I don't want to spoil it for myself or for you. I haven't read it. I haven't read anything about it. When I first picked it, I picked it off of the recommendation. It just sounded so good. So I really would like to read this because it takes place in December at around Christmas time. So I think this is like a really good book for this month. And I think that's why I hadn't picked it up, because it always felt like it was a December book, and maybe my previous Decembers have been a little chaotic. So ideally, hopefully, I could read this book, but I don't know. Then the next oldest, or the next longest book sitting the longest on my bookshelf after that one is this one. Matt Haig's The Midnight Library. I picked this up from my local indie bookstore at the recommendation of one of our book club members from the local indie bookstore in my hometown. And I haven't read it. I've heard lots of things about this. People love it, people don't love it. I really would like to give this a chance. So the person who recommended it to me said they loved it, so really want to give it a chance. I think maybe my enthusiasm for it has waned because I hadn't felt encouraged to read it, but it's been sitting there for a long time, and I really would like to get to it. Especially because Matt Haig has published other books that I really would like to read as well. And I want to start here, so I really would like to finish this so I could get to know other stories. This one is one that was on my TBR for August, and I didn't get to it, even though I really, really wanted to. Like, it was probably the book I wanted to read the most, and I ended up getting sidetracked with other reads. And this is Warrior Girl Unearthed by Angeline Boulley. I love The Firekeeper's Daughter. I think Angeline Boulley is like an autobi author for me. Based on my experience with The Firekeeper's Daughter, I'm hoping this book is going to be just as successful with me as The Firekeeper's Daughter was. And I'm looking forward to it. I don't want to keep like putting this off. I feel like I've done that enough with this book all year long. So I really hope to get to it before the end of the year. Okay, the last three are series. They are books that I have on my shelves that I acquired at some point, and they since have other, like, they're part of a series, so other books, the second book or the next book in the series has come out, and I'm kind of stuck, and I haven't read these. So, Legends and Lattes by Travis Baldree. The next book in the series has come out, and I would like to read it. So I really would like to read this book. I'm really excited to read it too. Like, I really think I'm going to love it. So I would like to read it. Before the Coffee Gets Cold by Toshikazu Kawaguchi. I've missed lots of opportunities to read this book. I know Ellen at Ellen Made Book Club read this book earlier this year, and I didn't get to read it with her. But I still want to read it, so hopefully. And then this book was recommended to me at Melinda from A Web of Stories book club, Marginals and Margaritas, and I bought it immediately because the person who recommended it said that they thought that I would love it. And I want to give it a chance. The Kamogawa Sweet Detective by Hisashi Kashiwai. And the next book in the series has come out, and I really want to read it too. So I need to read this. So those are my 10. Those are my 10 before the end. Those are the 10 books that ideally, if I didn't feel delusional about it, I would want to read this month. But we'll see. We'll see. Am I delusional? Probably. But here I am, sharing my delusions with the world on the internet. Say la vie. Thank you so much for watching. Hasta luego.